Questo video di Lynch, it's November 2025, it's Saturday. Really posso clear quiet mid sky, 3 planet with mid sky, perhaps on mid sky, just means a clear sunny day, scatters in general, alternating with the cloudy days, scatters in general, cloudy days, scatters in general with the clouds. Vaccines in the case of the day, to support question, it's Ilya from soon 31 minutes 69 21 Celsius, but they really soft and easy, sophisticated adjectives used from autumn to spring periods, questa corso può fare SQ, esposition C effect, la studiosa intelligente, and for yes, effect, ready for the summer, we pass the 4 years with the course past the summer, so some follow the meaning in the summer, if you body, also effect, fix a we enter in so fix a we enter the autumn now, so for the autumn, with the area 4 years with the course, top is not 4 years 2 seasons now. Winter, spring was not music is there are still tears, well, as an absolute no remember body was which we suppose need and we should have to see the real things. Così it's ma proposa fact that the ocean which is better but perhaps paradox you want to for me and then no student calibration also for the it's also for the winter, summer, the spring and summer. For the winter, so it's adjective cold for the spring, and second adjective soft for the summer. Adjective so in class in general for the seasons of the years. A classic adjective and si cade di me, it's for me also because I feel that the sort of copy better surely for this video because first one for the passage from summer and to autumn, but second one and the bowl, and second one and the bowl. Thanks to the last change, the last definitive change of temperature, the series up to the last 5 weeks. Okay, and some last some weeks ago. Yes. Now, in fact, thanks to this change, the definitive change, there is completely pleasant. They are completely changing. It's really pleasant, but with the area also means the same temperature and degrees. So the sum of all these things makes the conditions completely pleasant, but all these things for me also for people from late I think or not, because I feel cool from late I think yes, I don't know, this depends on them. In general for me also is still not as good as I don't know if I can say anything, just for visits. It's good tutto completely, if I can be fit, so much close on this. Magari è fuori non it's just for 6 non è ti fare 21 Celsius. But important things that here that you se fuori di lisa. Questa sono testa di Peter dice signore siamo in Siria but also it's in the sky behave this clear also with the clouds to answer the nostri cloudi and my also according considering previous trend of the previous days according with the read and similar sensations and other things I think it's possible in fact that non può essere lì F1 sì l'F1 ma it became from the total show i nostri cloudi and also that I think at the moment through the museum so a modo possibile penso su uso numbers su immagine su meters se si può su mix via se che scrive to the via bad well at the moment non so contrary well bad so season is the mythical window with this new 14th I show it to you for the show that I something I show it to you for the next time And practically, even the day it was the birthday of the previous, November 1, 2022, November 1, third birthday of the previous, November 1, 2022, November 1, 2025, they replaced or tried of it, yes, with the previous, the beautiful grey curtain with the beautiful painted branches with this new. Adesso si fa che prova video with see good buy or rip to the grey curtain with beautiful painted branches. So nowadays this is practically it's the fourth curtain that they use in the summer in the other room. This is practically this is white. It's the white curtain with the green flowers and long flowers mixed with tiny plants. It's very very beautiful, and I really filmed it. Shot similar to that of the grey curtain. Oh no, but as for the grey curtain, off when there isn't, and also when there is, but more when there is with effects measure. Now I'll say read the same little speech sentence that I used for the grey curtain. The thing is that this is, but also always better visible for me. It's interior, in the shot, but it's not very just. La segata da riconosciuta, togliere attivismo, ma tosso si chiese, se mi senza use for the special sense use for the curtain, ma tosso always better visible for me. It's interior, in the shot, as you consider judge. And finally, from a meteor key range, che sono 14, EPG, secret 25 also, si chiese su mia Eva, grazie molto piccolo, lasciando di qualsiasi la genitore, sono loro che esistenti. Posso come telefono, adesso finally, I hope you will never get breakfast. Today it's leggera also Mars, and if Mars, something maximum to slightly little, I need for my thing, the boy imports that is funny from the regular, which is the one to was serving for breakfast, fintanno si vede, start with fintanno in parte mente, so finché te regole si regole, se non altri, e so stato perché ripeto, today lo sei a Lego, late also for 9 hours, it also maximum slightly late, that's just all I'm just 31 minutes. At the liberating the short serum settings and we also deliver to us and as we always say, like if sono must be to us for absolutely, as you know, most 11 months is 10 months past 1 year. I also going to think like the reason private this should be done in the period where produce to it one time so we have to check this is data day which is set to these things and so the other shots of poses because it's a journey goes I talked about most 1 year and since I'm going to see shots and also from the biscuits many come to my to biscuits and when we come to biscuits sia significa che non questo è un carta di biscuits chocolate chip cookies or the cookie with the chips chocolate chips fatto mistake also fatto biscuits non si dice in particolare altri things I voglio sapere and nella risa questo one is about to make the shots only that is the coffee today but also the cookie chocolate effect so now it's shot fragment video so I shot and if I stand there also si chiese so one year is si chiese lo so conto should be stabile vira so many times for sure che usa ammonia scoop se ti finisce non si manzi Bortetti once again senza finché mostro 22, 23, 24 days possono dire che non so quanto possono dire che should be Sunday, days e time da pillola sono anche tra 50 secondi so I patta un certo ditto once again di milk e su very good news su very good news quindi se lo so so delle fact di questi black su sono molto stile particolare ma tu sai che it's a joke because what say last video it's a joke because we're talking about most 1 year so obviously but obviously I'm referring to first time so that period so I also can see it all Nicola Rebecca was always a better second thing is about to see if la rabbia sia stata raccontata Anzi, adesso mi sa sempre position. E cosa fa? Attraverso questa position femminile la bamba. Anzi, as was I truly come the name of you because they are really super well. Sì, tomorrow si può sfondare, perché non ti tomorrow tu mi leppere. Ah, sì.